Hi, Kaya Tribe. This has been happening to me recently, and I think today's was a great example, which I have a message for people in the end. I'm living a wonderful, super chill, non-stress life these days, which lucky me. I guess not lucky, I created that, so proud of me. But what's interesting is today I was going to be having a new shower door installed. I have a shower curtain, and so I wanted to change that for my guest to be a shower door. So, I ordered the shower door quite a long time ago, and I think most of us understand how the mail and the ordering things and everything's delayed. It's a different time these days. So it took a long time for the shower door to get here, and no big deal. I don't need it. Nobody dies if I don't get it this week or next month. So they finally, I actually reached out and got them to schedule delivery, and delivery was supposed to be today. And probably about an hour, they gave me a 2-hour window, so an hour into the little window of time, my main contact, the one who does the scheduling, Bobby, his name is, he called, and you could tell he was kind of afraid to talk to me. So he said very sheepishly, the guys were ready to pick up your shower door and bring it out and install it. And when we opened the box, we recognized that it was the wrong size. And, that's going to be a problem. And instead we're getting another one, and it's going to be Tuesday delivery instead of today. So today's Friday. So not a big deal. Come on, not a big deal. Now, how many people listening to this that would have been a big deal for? If it would have been a big deal for you, I don't know what the answer is, but my guess is you are highly stressed. You have a lot on your mind. You are trying to control every little bit going on in your life because it feels out of control to you. And it's probably eating away at you and killing you. And maybe there's some underlying anger in there. Because to me, I just said, oh, okay, no big deal, okay. And Bobby was super shocked that was my response. This happens all the time to me, where they're like, oh my God, thank you. We wish we had more customers like you. Or I ordered a bed the other day, and I said, can they deliver next week? And no, they can't, and it's the following week. And I said, whatever, nobody dies, no big deal. And they were just this huge sigh of relief, like I did the biggest favor for them ever imaginable, because I wasn't in some made-up time crunch in my head. So I understand sometimes we actually have real time crunches, but usually they're work-related, and if they're not work-related, then they're self-imposed. So I guess my message is, chill out. World in general, chill out. If you're living that life, I'm gonna just flat out tell you, you are not a happy person. If little things like that just freak you out and set you off, you are not in a good place. You are not aligned mind, body, spirit. And so you might want to just start to maybe do some journaling to find out what you hate about your life, because my guess is there might be a long list. And then ever so slowly start to chip away. Don't hate your life. Don't get pissed off at service people because they need to tell you that life doesn't happen like a well-oiled machine all the time. Things shift and things change. Try and be cool with it. When things happen, when you're just having a day and all of a sudden somebody says something or somebody does something and you get outraged or you feel yourself get pissed off at a level that's not related to the issue. So it's not as if somebody's, dying in front of you, and so then you get all this adrenaline pumping through you. But instead, somebody cut in front of you at the grocery store or something like that, and you feel yourself get so pissed off. Or the examples I used before of somebody saying, oh, wow, we thought we could get that delivery done today and we can't. It's going to be a couple days from now. Those are called triggers. And what that means when that's happening, when you get triggered, basically it's your subconscious telling you that your life is in danger. And it all relates to core wounding. And we've talked about core wounding a little bit, but I'll talk about it again. We all have core wounding that happens when we're young, usually about the age of 5. For some, for me, it happened before that. For others, maybe a little later as well. But there's usually a key event that happens in our life that lets us know that, oh, we're not always safe in this world. And therefore, we need to act accordingly. And when you're a little toddler, little child, you don't have much say in what's going on, and you don't have much control at all. And so if somebody, for example, lost you at the, let's say you're at the fair and you're hanging out with your uncle, and all of a sudden your uncle and you stop holding hands for a second and you go missing. Well, that might cause some core wounding that stays in your body and stays in your soul probably for the rest of your life. But you can feel it coming out. And when you feel that trigger and you know it's not a reasonable response to what actually happened, you can tie it back to core wounding. And that just gives you a clue on things that you need to focus healing on. And there's a million different ways to heal from core wounding. My opinion is you never actually completely heal from it. It's always there, but you can certainly minimize it so that it shows its ugly head a lot less frequently, and that you respond more reasonably, and you also recognize it's your stuff. It's not the person who cut in front of you at the grocery store. It's not to do with them. It's to do with that triggering in you some fear from childhood, some wounding from childhood. And so those can all be really good moments where instead you kind of look inside yourself and settle in to try to feel out, wow, why am I so pissed that the shower door can't be delivered today and it's going to be delivered Tuesday instead? Why is that so incredibly upsetting that I want to cuss this guy out, and it's got nothing to do with him? He's just the messenger. Or I had 2 statues that got delivered this week, and both of them were broken. 2 different statues, 2 different days, and they both were broken. Again, like, people sometimes just completely flip out with things like that. So, and if you're the type who really does like to have a lot of control, that usually relates to core wounding as well. This earth is meant to be flowed in. It's meant to be experienced. If as things happen, it's just meant to be an experience for you so that you can feel feelings and experience just all sorts of different human things that go on. So it's not like personal attacking. It's not the universe picking on you. It's just an experience. So if you can kind of try to just get on board with the ride and experience things as they come up and feel through them, and try not to think about, oh, who's to blame, whose fault is this, who should I be pissed off about, just instead just go, wow, that's interesting, that person cut in front of me, I am so enraged, I'm so pissed, wonder what that's about. And then sink in and think, what is that about? That might take you a couple months. You might need to do some Reiki, you might need to do some energy healing on it, you might need to do some past life regression or shamanic energy medicine or a massage, or you might need to go bang some drums or go for a run or whatever. There's so many different ways to get that out of your body. But yeah, just some clues on triggers and ways you might want to start to heal them. Namaste.